That was a yawn, man. Broken man.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. Cool. We are live, I believe. Let me just wait for it. All right. So, welcome
What?
everybody. Go on.
No, we've been go.
Okay, cool. Well,
Let's go.
welcome everybody to MultiTap Gaming podcast. Again, we are here making another
Man,
episode.
just name the Xbox.
Making another podcast. We've got the usuals here, Chucks. We've got CJ, boom, bottom right. We've got Ams, top left,
Cool.
and we've got Andan, top right, main resident guest. Okay, let's get straight into it. Actually, let's not get straight into it. Let's have a little section at the beginning that we're gonna have, just to give people like a feeling of what we've been doing throughout the week, gaming wise. So, what have you been playing this week, Ams? What have you been getting up to? What games have you been up to?
I've been playing. I completed Ghost. I think early on in the week.
Okay, and did you
I've been
go on?
alternating between I think God of War and NBA. There's nothing less to do in Ghost, so I'm waiting for them to do a new game plus so I can get back into that. I'm just trying to. My goal before PS5 comes out is to platinum every exclusive I have, except for Bloodborne because that's long. I'm gonna try and platinum all of these exclusives.
That's it then.
You're gonna.
Can I ask you? You know, you said there's nothing else to do in Ghost. Have you done everything? Because I've been playing this game for a long time. I still don't think I'm that far in the missions. Like, I am exploring like a madman. So
The only thing I haven't done is collect all of the. Sorry about that. Go away. The thing I haven't done is collect all of the items. Like the mongrel artifacts and all of that. But I've platinumed it. If I don't have to do that, I've done everything.
nah.
I've got the platinum.
Oh, so you haven't actually collected everything yet?
I'm not. If I got the platinum, why am I collecting everything?
I thought to get the
you-
platinum, you
yeah.
had to collect everything.
That's what I was thinking
No.
as well.
There's a certain amount. I think 20 mongrel artifacts out of 40, and then 20 records out of 40. You just collect
Really?
half.
Okay.
So I'm like, why am I still collecting? I was playing it for a while after, and I thought, there's no point. The
Yeah,
only thing left is roaming guards. There's like every so often you'll find a roaming guard. There's no more camps to take over. It's just the world feels a lot more empty. So I'm like, nah, I'm done.
Yeah.
The map's cleared. I got the platinum. Let me put this game away.
I think that's why I'm trying to do that first, because I know if I do that afterwards, I won't want to play it. I'm trying as much as possible now. That's what I'm playing at the moment. I'm still just exploring in my own little world and just taking my time with it, because I don't know what game's gonna come out next. I think Avengers, so I ain't really got much else that I'm in a rush to play just yet. I still want to go back to God of War, but I'm gonna play it at some point anyway. So I'm gonna try and take my time with this one, then take my time with the next one, and just that's me. I've been playing and
I've been playing Ghost as well. I've been playing a little bit of FIFA Pro Clubs with a few of my friends, and that's pretty much it. Ghost is a weird one because I'm feeling like it's a worse game the more I play it. It's mad. I don't want to feel this way, but I kind of want to do what Ams is talking about with some of the PlayStation exclusives. I kind of want to platinum them, the main ones anyway. Like I'm gonna go for Final Fantasy. I need to do Control. That's one game that I've kind of been playing as well. That's not really an exclusive.
Fuck off! Final Fantasy was an exclusive. Oh, that is long, man.
Yeah, Final Fantasy, Control. I'll try and do Horizon Zero Dawn after I complete it on PC. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and downgrade myself to go back to PS4 after playing it there. What else do I want to do? The Last of Us 2, and I'll probably leave it at that.
Which ones do you have so far?
I'm like 90% done with Control. even though it's not an exclusive. I'm like 60% with Final Fantasy, but like the ones that I have left, I've set myself up to the point where it's like the ones that I have left are just trivial stuff, so I can definitely do that one. The Last of Us, I've got a lot to do, and because I don't like the game that much, I'm just like, I'll leave that. I'll leave it for like a slow month. Like this month, August is kind of slow, so I'll do that this month. And Final Fantasy, I'm definitely gonna do soon.
You man don't even realize, but I used to look at the trophies and be like, I need to have more than Tony and Amulet. I used to check to see how many platinums I've got. I'm like, where can I get a cheeky platinum game? I can just platinum something real quick just to make sure I can keep up. Yeah. And then at one point, they just took off, and I was like, forget it. They played too many games. I can't do it. I'm not even gonna compare.
It's gonna be a long day catching me, but
I'm looking at AMS and like, I'm done. I'm done. You won.
It's because I just give every game a chance, innit?
That's fair.
If it's crap, I stop playing it. But
and then, what about you? What have you been playing?
So I finished Ghost. I think maybe Monday or something like that. So the ending of the game was quite good, to be fair. But the game's still overrated anyway.
Definitely.
But anyway, apart from that, I think literally the only game I've been playing is Knowledge is Power. I've just had like a couple people around, and we've just been playing Knowledge is Power recently, kind of thing, innit? So obviously I've been winning, innit? General knowledge master.
Enough of that game in my life. I think I've actually hated it at this point now. Like the game is so good for what it is, but it's like anytime I'm around people, they're like, "Oh, should we play that game that you showed us that time?" I'm like, no. I don't have it anymore. I deleted it. I'm a liar. But not playing it. Let me just beat you up. I was like, come on.
But that's what I've been playing really. I think I've probably played FIFA maybe once this week or something like that. But I don't know. It's been a slow week, to be fair, man. Since I finished Ghost, I haven't really played anything too much, to be fair. So
that actually leads into our first topic as well. It's been a slow week, but there have been some nuggets of news that we've got. The first topic that we're going to go into is the fact that Xbox and Microsoft have basically released a bit of news saying that Halo is going to be free to play, and the fact that it's actually going to be running at 120 frames. So like, there's 2 points that I want to get to you guys and get your opinions. What do you think this means, the fact that the multiplayer for Halo Infinite is going to be free to play? Do you think that means that Xbox Live Gold is going away and they're just going to like try and entice as many people to get into it? And
I was reading rumors that they're looking to get rid of Xbox Live Gold in general, to be fair. So if that is the case, well, that's how much is Xbox Live? Probably like £40 a year or something like that.
Yeah, £40 a year.
Yeah,
a bit more now. They're all going up.
But then you've got Game Pass coming as well. So I think Xbox, they're already looking towards the future anyway. Game Pass is definitely the future to even begin with. So you might as well get rid of that £40 a year online subscription that you're paying, and why don't you just pay £10 a month to us, and then you can play a whole plethora of games. You can play it online and all that kind of stuff. It makes more financial sense to both of us, in it. So
what they might do is put the price up a bit of Game Pass. Game Pass. So maybe put that up to 20-30 and then say it includes Xbox Live.
What, a month? 20-30? Nah,
no, for the year.
Oh, okay.
I'll increase it to the price of Xbox Live Gold, and then say, now it includes Xbox Live Gold, so it's got everything you need on the console in this one package, plus the free games, plus all the exclusives, which would still be worth it, to be fair, if you're still paying the 40 to 50 a year.
That would be too cheap. You can't have like hundreds of games and then only pay like £50 a year. Plus you get your internet multiplayer free as well.
Maybe they put it up just enough so it covers that cost a year. So maybe it goes up from 12? It goes up to 16, 17 a month.
What, Game Pass?
Yeah, to cover the 50 they get taken away from Xbox Live Gold.
I just want
to. Sorry, I personally think they're doing it because I think they've seen how well Warzone has done. And Warzone was free for a long time.
Yeah,
I think it's still free now. You don't actually have Call of Duty. You can play multiplayer online, and I think that's about trying to win over a lot of potential gamers from PS4 to come back to Xbox because a lot of people play that. That is for a free game. Obviously, they took the idea from Fortnite, they've run with it, and I mean, Halo, they're going to try and use that same platform, and I think that's what they're trying to do with that. I do believe that what they're doing with the Game Pass and stuff, but I actually believe this is just more about, when the game comes out, oh, by the way, if you don't want to buy the game straight away, at least get on multiplayer, and the more people they can get on there, then the more chance of people, buying the console and sticking to it.
That's
Could be wrong, though.
Do any of you know if Halo has microtransactions on it? The last one I played was like Halo 3, so
if it's free, they will definitely have microtransactions.
No. They've actually come out and said, the game's not going to have any microtransactions. The only thing the only thing that you'll really need to buy is the story mode. So, and they're obviously going to have continuous. There's going to be continuous story mode. There's obviously going to be more story mode content down the line. They're going to treat it basically like Destiny, where Destiny's kind of an open world kind of thing. Every quarter there's a new expansion that comes out.
Destiny's only free because you pay for stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing now. So when you think about it and when you really deep it, what are they really going to do? They're going to say, okay, cool, we're releasing a £250 console, and that's going to come with Halo Infinite online, and it's going to be free to play online as well. So all you need to do really is buy a cheap ass Xbox, and you'll be able to play Halo for as long as you want. If you want to play single player content, cool. You'll be able to just pay a fee and play the story mode and stuff like that. So
there's microtransactions in Destiny, though, no?
There's definitely
Destiny there is.
I'm just waiting for them to come out and say, "Oh yeah, you guys have loved our game so much, and we've heard that you want new cosmetics, so we've introduced them in these boxes." They're guessing. All of these, I don't trust any of them. Microsoft, Sony, EA, Ubisoft, they're liars when it comes to money. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, no, it sounds weird for a game as big as Halo Infinite to have free multiplayer, considering that's where most people are gonna sink their hours.
At the very least, they'll have Battle Pass.
That's a bit.
I think I hear what you're saying. But the fact that really and truly, Call of Duty, you bought Call of Duty or you played Warzone. Cool, there's probably microtransactions in Warzone. I don't know. I haven't played it. CJ, is there?
Battle Pass you can buy.
There is.
There's
loads of microtransactions. You can buy the Battle Pass, but you can buy skins every week. You can buy guns every week. There's so many things you can buy.
They say that we've developed this game, but we're making our money back whether you like it or not.
That's fine. But there is with those kind of games, free to play games. It's very much the whales, the people that go, and it's not the majority that actually buy microtransactions. Like CJ, have you put money into Warzone?
I mean, just Battle Pass.
One Battle Pass, and since then I always make enough coins to get the next one for free.
Oh, okay. So
I'll have to pay for it again. That's it.
That's fair. So when you really deep it, the majority of people are probably going to do something like that, or they're not going to put any money into Warzone. So it makes sense that a company like Microsoft, who is a lot bigger than Activision, will be able to just afford and say, we are putting out free Halo multiplayer, and you'll be able to just play it, and microtransactions as well.
If I wasn't thinking of buying an Xbox, knowing that multiplayer for Halo is already free in my head, I'm like, that could be a reason to play it. It could be a big reason to just get the console. At least I can go and buy the console, buy one game with the console, and potentially have two games anyway. If that makes sense, you don't have to go out and buy the full Halo game. You can especially like you're going to be forking out a big bit of money for the console in itself. You don't want to have to spend too much on a game. You know, when you buy a new console, you're going to spend on that. Usually, most people will spend on that one game. You don't go out and buy the console and buy 4 games because you only really want to play one and then play a new one, then play a new one.
Amalek does.
Yeah, as I said it, I looked up at the screen and I looked at Amalek in the corner. I was like, this point is not going where I want it to
go. that's 1 game a week for the month. Then we come back and look again.
No, and let's. I want to move into the second part of that question, which is basically. Actually, I can't remember what it was. Pretty much, the fact that this game is running at 120 frames. Do we think that is going to be at 4K as well, or do we think it's going to be maybe 1080p?
Not 1080p.
1080p. Not even 1440.
1440.
Oh yeah, maybe 1440. Yeah, maybe on PC it might be. Well, I think 1440 at most. Yeah.
Does it make a difference with these graphics though? It's just all the same, isn't it? I do like the
shade.
The one thing what I'll say about this all being free, I think they might be aiming for trying to make it the e-games, one of those big competitive games. Because if everyone who owns the Xbox has it, there will be a community and there will be different modes people play. I think they might be aiming for the competitive leagues, and with 120 frames, that's going to up how competitive it is. I think if consoles and PC are all playing at 120 frames, I think that levels out the ground a bit. You still don't have keyboard and mouse, but you'll have some sort of more level playing field.
I think at the same time what they'll probably do is they'll partner people that are playing with mouse and keyboard with people that are playing with mouse and keyboard and try and keep it separate. And if you have like a team that is doing crossplay and it's a keyboard and mouse team, people in that team with people with controllers in the same team, they'll probably try and match those people up with the people that are doing the same thing. So that's what they've kind of worked out to do so far. The fact that it's running at 120 frames is just is sweet. But that's personally what I want to happen. And I don't know if we should move into the because it's kind of related. Let's move into the fact that there's TVs that are coming out that are basically 4K 120. And what are your thoughts, guys? Are they necessary? Are 4K TVs necessary for next gen? It's looking very much like that's the case.
I think 4K TVs are definitely necessary for next gen. However, 4K 120 TVs, not so much at the moment.
60 hertz is good enough.
Yeah, so in terms of the 4K, when we talk about 4K, we're talking mainly about the resolution of the games or what we see on the TV. So with 4K, that is, if you imagine a HD picture, 4K is 4 times better than a normal standard or 1080p HD picture. So with that, you can see more pixels. So that means you can see a bit more colors, a bit more details and stuff like that. So with the PS5 coming out and the Xbox Series X coming out, they will both be running at 4K. So yeah, definitely get a 4K TV, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a one at 4K 120 hertz, which will be very expensive because very, very, very few games are going to be playing at 120 hertz on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. If you really want 4K 120 hertz, really and truly, you should be looking at getting a gaming PC and a very good gaming monitor. But for the PlayStation 5, 4K at 60 is more than enough, to be fair. So,
So for Xbox, if Xbox is saying about this Halo at 120, actually it's only really beneficial for PC gamers. Because at the moment, most people won't have a 120 TV.
Yeah, well, you might play your thing on a monitor, right? Sorry to cut you off.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's true. But then how many games do we think are going to be 120 frames?
I think a lot are going to be.
Right.
But I think that will be later on. That will probably be about 4 years.
No.
I don't think when it starts.
I think
any game.
standard. I think any game that has. I think any game that has no. Any game that is competitive will have a 120 frames mode.
Yeah.
So any online multiplayer kind of game, any fighting game, any shooting game, any I don't even know what kind of football.
But it
FIFA
may not
will
necessarily run at 4K.
FIFA will probably run at 4K 120, most likely, and those kind of games, fighting games, shooting games, FIFA, NFL,
story games will be
League of Legends, all of that,
Yeah, but
we at a stage now where with those games that potentially will come out, if you have a 4K TV now, is there if for someone that's thinking about getting a TV, would you suggest paying that bit more for a 120 now? Would you yourself buy one now?
If I'm getting a TV now and I haven't got a 4K TV already, I'm definitely getting a 4K 120 monitor or TV. Just to future-proof myself. Just to future-proof myself.
It makes sense because even though you can buy a 4K TV for like £400, a very decent sized TV, it just makes sense, as Tony was saying, to future-proof yourself because it come 4 years, 5 years time, that 4K TV that you have now, the games might not be looking as good as you want it to be come 4 years time. Whereas at least if you get one that's high spec right now, come 4 years time, it will still be looking very good anyway. So
So that's what I was thinking about. It's a suggestion, as in like people that are going to game, are we better off buying monitors, 4K 120, and just continue with the TVs you have? Because other than in gaming, how much are those TVs going to benefit you?
It's true, because there's hardly anything like there's a lot of 4K content now with Netflix and all that kind of stuff. But 4K 120 hertz,
it doesn't really matter, does it?
It doesn't affect TV programs and movies.
No,
it will just affect. But I think if you're ordering a TV that's from any of the major brands from maybe £600 and up, you're gonna have the 120 hertz on all of those.
If it came out at least this year, if it came out from at least
Sony, as long as you go above a certain amount of price, it's gonna have that refresh rate.
No, I was just thinking more
necessarily, when I look at a lot of TVs that have 120 hertz, unless you're buying one that's like 2 years old or something like that, 120 hertz and 4K, you're looking at £2,000.
Yeah.
If you're buying a brand new TV, you're looking at $2,000 to $3,000. If you're looking at 55 inch,
it depends. I don't know. It depends on the size. Because my one, I think has it, but I spent like £900 on mine.
I think you can get. I think you can get a 4K 120 good ass monitor for less than £1,000 today.
A monitor,
I mean, sorry, a TV, a TV.
I don't know. Like, I think you should check. If you're looking at brand new TVs, if you're looking at brand new TVs, you're not gonna find any.
Also, are you looking at OLED?
A year ago or 2 years ago? OLED TVs.
LEDs.
Just forget it. If
they're
OLED,
very expensive.
Yeah, forget it. That you're not gonna find that under £1,000. No, definitely. But you can.
I think LEDs you will find under £1,000 for that.
Plus, on top of that, so you need to make sure that if you want to run 4K at 120 hertz, you need to make sure that your TV has HDMI 2.1 as well, which a lot of cheaper TVs won't have as well. On top of that. Yeah. So you need to make sure you have that.
Suggesting now to a young person that are gonna get a console, they want to get the best out of their console. Would they be better off buying a smaller TV that is 4K 120 or a monitor?
To be honest,
I would tell you.
To be honest, I think it depends on. I think it's a personal preference. So if you want a bigger TV, I'll say go for a bigger TV. It doesn't necessarily have to be 120 hertz. Like the 120 hertz thing is like for the people that just want to see the best of the best kind of thing in it. Or if you're really competitive or whatever, then you might want to look into it. But you can easily get a 4K TV, 65 inches or whatever, cost you about £500. And to the untrained eye, the game's still going to look amazing anyway.
Yeah.
So why spend $2,000 on a brand new TV, and you might not actually know what is actually the difference unless someone actually points out to you that you can see here like it moves a bit quicker or whatever.
And if it's side by side,
Yeah.
that's when you'll really see the difference.
Yeah.
You're not really gonna be able to
you
tell
might
the
as well just get a 4K TV, like a £500 TV.
No. Actually, when you say it like that, it makes sense because I like playing certain games. That I play Ghost on my large TV, but if I was going to play a competitive game, I'd rather a smaller screen because I feel like I can see more what's going on. When I play Call of Duty on a smaller screen, I'm active, but as soon as the screen gets bigger, it sort of becomes a bit more. Too much going on.
I don't actually have a TV. I have a monitor, like a big monitor. Well, not big, but it's like 24 inches. 24 inches for a 1080p monitor. That's kind of big, and I just got that. But I'm gonna get a proper 4K monitor. And I don't really TV's too big for me. I don't really like TVs. But yeah, to your point, what you're saying, the reason I'm getting a monitor is because of that. I like to play games where I don't have to look in each corner of stuff. Do you know what I mean? If I want to look at my map, I gotta move my head, and if I gotta look at my ammo, I gotta move my head to the other side. Do you know what I mean?
You just have to sit back. Sit away from the TV.
I hear you. But clearly I haven't got a lot of space, so it's just one of those things. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers that. I personally am gonna get a 4K 120. CJ, if you're gonna get one, what are you thinking so far?
I'm tempted to just get a 4K TV. I might downsize just a little bit because, like I'm saying, for competitive gaming, I'll probably have a larger 4K TV in my living room. So I'm tempted to just get a monitor. I am tempted.
Okay, if because I know you and I know the space that you basically have there, I would probably tell you to stick with the size that you have now with a 4K TV. That's what I would say. But you don't need the 120. Okay. I would actually say that's probably the most ideal thing for you.
Fair.
So yeah, probably get one. Go for the lower. Huh?
I'm thinking about going up in size myself. I might get a 65.
Oh boy.
You know what I wanted to tell you boys? It's my birthday in October, so
That's nice. That's just great.
Yeah. I heard there's a new console coming out and a couple TVs. I mean,
4 weeks after Amelie's birthday. Oh my goodness.
But
my birthday in 3 weeks. Well done.
Speaking of birthdays, the only thing that I'll probably get you is something that you're interested in, which is the next topic, Marvel Avengers. You're the only one that's interested in this here, to be honest with you, right now. So I might get this game for your birthday if it's on discount. But
I'm already gonna get it though. I'll give me a game I already have.
Man, I'll get you the digital version and gift it to you so you can see how superior it is. But they actually had a little, I can't remember what it's called. What is it called?
War table.
Yeah, that's it. War table. Yeah. I'll let you take it away, to be honest with you, because you know most of what happened.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was just a short show, and they would show a bit more detail of the game, and it was mainly just a build up to the beta because the beta's out next week or this week coming. So they were showing what you can get, and it's quite a fleshed out beta, to be fair. You get 4 missions, I think they were saying.
Okay.
And on top of that, you get 4 main missions. No. You get the A-Day content. So what we've seen of them on the bridge, you get a few missions in the world, their war missions or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
And you get to play as 4 characters. I believe the characters were Hulk, Iron Man, Kamala Khan, and Black Widow. So they're giving quite a bit of content in their beta for people to get through and play through for a while before the game comes out. From what I saw, there were moments where the game looked a lot better. It was mainly one-on-one fights. things tend to get a bit messy when there's lots of characters coming at you and you're doing a lot of projectile fighting. But there were points where it looked good, and there was points where it looked messy, points where it looked bad. So it just depends. The traversal looks good for Iron Man, and when you're Hulk, what they showed as Black Widow and Kamala Khan is you were doing swinging. And I was thinking, because they've already done this in Spider-Man and they've done it very well. So let's not hurt yourself by trying to put it in your game. But they've put it in, so we'll see what happens. I think it looks crap because I've played Spider-Man. But clearly they wanted it.
Just because I'm not that interested in the game, I'm not going to go into too much detail. But what I can say, I did, Ams posted it in our little WhatsApp group. I watched it, and it actually looks a lot better. Like I try and keep myself as unbiased as I can, and it looks a lot better. It looks like something that I may dabble in. I'll play the beta when it becomes open. Yeah, I'll dabble in it. I'll
toe in there, just a little toe.
I do wonder: is it Thor that was the problem? Because they've taken him. Thor that was the problem because he's not in the beta. He's one of the characters that I would expect to be in the beta, but they've taken him out. So is his combat really messy? And they thought, oh, let's get rid of him and fix him.
Maybe that might be.
Then again, I think because Hulk is a fan favorite anyway, innit? So people just want to be smashing everything with Hulk anyway. So
but it makes no sense to put Kamala Khan in over him. And let's see what they wanted: 2 women and 2 men.
But it's a beta, innit? So
yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's just like we just want you to see what we've been working on, kind of thing, innit? And hopefully you enjoy it. And to be honest, I think they really needed to do this beta because
people need to play it.
What it looked like a month ago, or whatever, when we watched the last one, I think they needed something to entice people to actually want to play it, kind of thing, innit? So given quite a bit of content to play with right now, hopefully it works out and people will actually pre-order the game. I don't think people are pre-ordering this game like they probably thought, kind of thing, innit? So they're like,
Avengers, we're good.
Yeah, we need to do something right now, otherwise it's going to be a flop. So,
I saw the unlockable characters. I don't know how far it's going to stretch, but obviously it says Hawkeye will be one of the unlockable characters. I don't know games like that where, like this is what we're offering at the beginning, but there's obviously more room for people to be introduced and stuff like that. So I'm thinking, really, because it's a game as well, they could really stretch and they can go far with that and really explore the universe, like the Marvel universe, and bring loads of different characters in. Whether they manage to do that or perfect that, and whether that will be microtransactions or just unlockable characters. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of still a little bit iffy on. But if it's like like a Street Fighter or whatever it is, and once you do the story mode a few times, you'll get your new characters and that kind of stuff. If it's kind of like that, I think it could entice me to play it a bit more, just to see who I can get and see if I can unlock everyone. I like those type of games.
Yeah, I think the main thing, as long as it's not hidden behind the paywall, then it's good. Yeah, if you have to pay £3 or whatever it is just to use other characters, I'm not interested.
I think it will be. I think they'll have basically there's the system that's been brought in now from most games. Fighting games have it. These looter shooters have it. Most games have it now. So the first year, everything is pretty much free. If you have the season pass, you'll get it early. So I think all of the superheroes they add in the first year will be free. And if it sells really well, then every year they'll offer a year pass. And that'll get you all of the characters and new missions and all of that. So basically, you're buying something new every year, but it depends how they price it. So like with, what was it? For Honor? I think it was like £20 for the year's content. So it's not too bad if they offer you a lot.
Yeah.
So because they said they're going to be adding missions for free anyway. So throughout the year, they'll be just keep adding new missions. I think if they add main story missions and characters behind the season pass, it won't be too bad if the game's good.
I can't lie though. Do you think Avengers is the kind of game that people will be playing next year still?
I think it's just one of those games where people get into it and they just play it because there's so much you can do. So like a For Honor, like a Destiny, there's a community around it. You can play with your friends, and it's just stuff to do. I think that can convince people. Also, I think the customization's a big pull for people. People like to customize their character for them, and I think that could keep it moving. But it depends on the execution. If this game is just lousy, and last month it really did look like a mid-tier game. It looks a bit better now. I think if they get the quality up before launch, then maybe it can have a following like a Destiny. Yeah, Destiny wasn't a 10 out of 10 game by any stretch.
Yeah,
but it was a game you could play with friends. It's a game you can customize your character. It had different missions coming in, and that's what kept it alive.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know, but say for example, obviously, if us four are a team or whatever, can you fight against another team of 4 heroes as well, or is it that you're literally fighting against AI all the time? They haven't said anything like that.
They didn't suggest that you could. It looked like you just do missions together. That would be a fun feature. I hope they add it in, but I think they would have to improve the combat, because if you're just hitting each other, it's just a button mash affair. That wouldn't be as
get
fun.
Hulk against Hulk.
Yeah. I just rolled back in my Iron Man suit.
They would have to make it so tactics matter. So you have to have a balanced team to have more chance of winning. If they made it like that, it could be fun. But if you're just going in, everyone's just smashing the buttons, and whoever cuts faster wins, that would be so trash. So trash.
That's very true.
It works in shooting games because you have to have accuracy and you can move behind stuff. Even if the shooting game is like very basic, you still have some skill to it. In a game where it's hand to hand, a lot of it, and you do have some projectile characters, it can be just a hot mess.
Yeah,
I think something they have to look into.
I feel like the biggest thing that we can take away from that showing that they gave for this war table is the fact that I think these big companies just need to upload 4K videos and just instead of streaming it, just upload it and stuff like that. So,
but I think the reason why they stream it is, well, say for example the Xbox thing last week. If you just upload it 4K, then the big reveal at the end, which was Fable, people are literally just going to go to the last 2 minutes of the video and then just going to spoil it. But they want everyone to see it at the same time, kind of. So, I understand it, even though it makes it look worse. But I kind of understand. But then you can watch it again straight after if you really want.
As they want to, if you premiere it, can you skip forward?
No, you can't.
Yeah, so they need to premiere 4K vids.
Yeah, that's probably the best thing to do. But
But then again, because they normally have a chat as well and stuff like that. So,
but during premieres, you can chat in the comment section.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. That's what what's his name does? Jeff Keighley for the Summer Games Fest. He actually premieres his videos, even though they're not in like 4K video, but he still premieres them. So I think that's the best thing to do. People are they're gonna eventually get to the point where they'll learn what to do. But what were you going to say, Ems? Or should I move on to the next one? Oh, go on.
I'm just going to say, once they learn how to do it, we'll be all up and running again. There'll be no point.
Yeah. This is probably the last topic. As we said, this is a slow week, guys. So this one's not that big of a deal, but it kind of is. The PS5 may actually have removable plates on the console.
It's so childish.
Do you know what though? To be honest with you, I kind of like it if they make it to the point where I can just remove the plates. So I just have the console inside. Yeah, that's the only thing that I'll really like, because I'm not the kind of person that sticks stickers on my like laptop or my PS4 or anything like that, or I don't really like fancy consoles. I just like plain stuff the way that it was intended to come. Personally, that's how I like things. So if I could just do that and it works the same and it takes up less space, because that thing is huge, bro. I'd probably prefer it that way. I'd remove them, put them aside, maybe throw them away if it gets to that point where I just don't need them anymore.
it's just a way for them to make more money. I think. Just give me my
Miles Morales plates off eBay though, isn't it? So
Yeah, but
pay £4-5, that's it.
People will buy the exclusive ones.
Sorry, Kieran, you're cutting out.
Yeah. Cutting out.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say it's interesting to know if the faceplates themselves are built for airflow. Because if it doesn't make sense to the fans and stuff and keeping the cooling down of the console, then I'm with Tony. I'll just take them off.
Yeah, I actually don't think they are. From what I've seen, the airflow is actually part of the black thing, well, the black console inside. So, it just wouldn't make any difference because it's just blowing out. It's blowing out. It doesn't matter what direction it's actually blowing out. It's just.
It might be like Formula One. It might take the wind and it blows it up and blows it back.
It might be for protection. Protect your console. Don't take them things off.
I'll still probably take it off. That thing is big, man. Those plates are
buy
big.
A new PS5 in 2 years. yeah, guys.
What is that? This PS5 is still going to be massive anyway.
No.
For some reason, this bit keeps coming off. I don't know.
We're gonna have a video January 2021 where Tony's saying reasons why you shouldn't remove your faceplate. He's gonna have to buy a new PS5. It's gonna be a mess.
Oh man. Nah, do you know what? I'm definitely taking them off. But there is one thing that I'll probably do. If I find one, okay, it has to be that PS5 come out with some faceplates that are like bad boy. I don't know what game I would even do that for. Because
Final Fantasy 7 Part 2.
Nah, I wouldn't, because that's the fanboy in me, but I won't have like merchandise of Final Fantasy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I can't really think of. I actually don't have a game that I'm so attached to, or characters that I'm so attached to.
A new Doom game. They released a faceplate.
Nothing like that personally. I'll find it very rare and very unlikely that they'll come out with something that I'll be like, yeah, let me buy these faceplates for however much money. Nah, I don't think.
If they put Black Spider-Man on the faceplate, I'm buying it.
Yeah.
What is this? Why are we playing games?
I'm like, here, you have the Spider-Man PS4 Pro, innit?
Yeah.
Well, you obviously bought it at the time. Well, I think your PS4 was messing about, innit?
Yeah, so it's one.
Do you think that people tend to buy a whole new PS4 system when a new game comes out because they are a fan of the game?
I think some people will, like the whales will. I think other people, it will be either I don't have a console or my console is broken.
I might as well get this one.
I need to get a new one. Oh crap, they've released one with a game that I really like. I'm getting that. To be fair, they're in very limited quantities. So you have to be quick to get them. But I think for me, it's always worth, if I need a console, I will buy one with a game. I don't want the plain one. If my PS4 had broken when God of War was coming out, I would have got the God of War one.
Yeah.
Was there one for God of War?
Yeah, they had the axe on the top. It looks sick.
That's fair. But what about you, Andan and TJ? What are your thoughts? Do you think how do you see it? Do you see yourself removing them? Do you see yourself buying plates if they come out with one?
If the thing only comes in white.
We spoke about it earlier, yeah. How many control pads did you even buy? Your control pad will be bugging for so long. You're like, no, I can't part with that extra 50, 60 quid. But I should be paying money for extra faceplate. No, not me. I won't be paying.
It's a no from me. Yeah.
It's a no from me, Jeff.
Yeah, I think it depends. Yeah, like if the PS5 don't come in black, and that's the only way I can get a black PS5.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's very true.
After I get that black faceplate, no more money into it.
Yeah,
no more.
That is actually the way I'll do. I'll buy new faceplates. Yeah, and I'll actually put it back on. I'll put it back on as well. I won't remove them.
let's say
so you're just gonna buy it and leave it right to the side of it, just so people know you have it.
let's say that they released the Miles Morales console to start with, and it was £50 more, 30 for the game, and 20 because you're getting the exclusive console. Would you pay that?
I see.
No.
And look, basically, you're the only one that will do something like that out of us four. Just to let you know,
You're basically paying £20 more
nah,
for a new console, a different console.
nah.
Because the game's included. When you buy those ones, the game's included. So you're paying 30 for the game, 20 for the console, but essentially
I'm getting a digital. I'm getting a digital edition. So
I'm not paying any extra for the console. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's the same thing, and unless it's one of those things, like I know
it
obviously
looks different in your house.
but if you don't open it up, yeah, obviously it can rise in value, but I'm going to be using it, so it's going to depreciate straight away anyway.
Even if you use it, it's still worth more when you have the limited edition ones. As long as you keep the box and all of the wires and everything original, the controller, keep good care of it.
That original controller will be finished after a month.
So my original controller is in good quality, and I could sell everything here. I was looking online, used is like £500. I bought it for $350. So the quality, and that was with the game, I think. So it's gone up already. I think brand new. Some people are selling it for like 800, brand new in the box sealed.
The console for investment purposes.
yeah.
It's
nice to have something that will keep its value.
And
consoles. I haven't got rid of any of them, and I don't kind of starting now.
If I had
one thing I could say, Ablik, yeah, when you wake up in the middle of the night after you had a nightmare, you turn to the side and you see Miles staring in your face. You might
I'll wake up and I'll go, oh, phew, it's a black guy. If I had Kratos on it, I might be scared.
Oh my god!
Oh, man. That's a good way to go on.
2012, just then. In 2012, they released the limited edition PS4. No, not 2012. It was 2015, I think. They released the PS4 in the original colors of the PlayStation, limited quality.
Yeah,
Them man are going for $2,000 at the moment.
Oh
used. Wow! You need to look out for these limited edition consoles.
The grey ones.
Yeah, those are $2,000 used online.
see, but that's the thing. With that, I would buy that just to keep it and then sell it on. But with a PS5, I want to play that. That's something that I want to use.
No, but I'm saying it's used, so you could use it for the cycle and then sell it at the end because people still want it. They want to collect those things. Make all your money back and buy the new console.
That's fine. That's fair.
Buy the PS6.
If you're buying it at the starting point, so like you said, if you bought the normal or the Miles one now, but you don't really know how much is going to appreciate in value. You know now based on the other consoles, but there was multiple different skins. Yeah, I mean, there's multiple.
It depends how much they release, isn't it?
Yeah,
and it depends on the edition because the base PlayStation Spider-Man one's not worth as much as the Pro one, so there's a lot of factors.
Okay.
That's fine. I think that's where we'll leave it for the week. As I said, slow week. I hope you enjoyed it still, though, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're gonna be back next week again with the same content podcast. Definitely doing this again. Yeah, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'm all over the place, as you can see. And we'll see you next week. Take care.
Be sure